Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have you another scary reaction video. It's going to part of our list for us doing stuff leading up to Halloween and maybe even beyond that. But yeah, this is just another video in our list today to react to. So without further ado, let's go.
A man named Jacob wakes up to a strange noise outside his room. Trembling with fear, he gets out of bed and encounters something that leaves him extremely unnerved. Now, not too long ago, I featured a video from Jacob, who you may remember as the man who inherited an old house and a creepy clown doll that both belonged to his grandmother.
Why?
The clown doll, known as Jeffrey.
No. We don't do clowns. We don't do dolls. I've seen enough Chucky to know what happens. I don't know why you people get this kind of stuff. That just looks like it's possessed by some shit. That just looks possessed by something freaky. I mean, holy hell. No, don't, no. Just don't. No.
Scares him. Because of this, he keeps Jeffrey locked up in a separate room away from him. But then one night.
So, this stuff's been going on. But instead of getting rid of it, you just keep it locked up in a room. Now, the smarter part of me, I would have just gotten rid of that shit. Dump it, crush it. Hell, send it to the guy that crushes all this stuff with his compactor for videos. Send it to him. Don't keep this shit. Way too much stuff could happen, dude. Don't even.
Something happens that spooks Jacob out of his mind.
It's
close to midnight
Keep it
when
in.
a loud bang wakes him up. He hears a couple more noises before suddenly realizing that the sounds are coming from the room next to his where the clown doll was put. What happens next scares the living daylights out of him. Take a look.
I just heard banging.
Now, if we start hearing them laughter, then we know this stuff's fake. I don't know, man. That could be... I don't really know what it could be, but you're in an old-ass house, creepy-ass house, and you got that stupid doll. Hey, that's on you, dude. I'd rather live out in the street and live in this place. That's on you. My God. What's up with everybody in the heavy breathing shit? Why everybody got to breathe out of their mouth when they film this kind of stuff? It's all... it doesn't make sense to me. It's like you ran a mile. It just don't make sense. Still should burn that bitch. Burn it. I don't care. Take a torch. Okay, that actually got me. Take a torch. Burn that mother to the ground. Make sure the ashes are visible before, and then just throw it away. Yeah, nah, Chief. That ain't no way. And
As
you're not
Jacob checks the room where the sounds...
He didn't scream. He didn't say a sound. He didn't do anything. It's all fake.
were coming from, a loud noise is heard from downstairs. He looks nervously down the staircase when suddenly the sound of footsteps going up the stairs is heard. Yet, as he looks closely, no one appears to be there. He then quickly turns around to see the door opening slowly, showing Jeffrey, whose head is now in a different position. initially seen facing the wall. The clown is now staring at the door.
Yeah, okay.
Jacob quickly ends the video here and locks himself in his room until the following morning.
Yeah, we're not going to
After
go
this
out.
night,
We're not going to leave
he
the
was
house.
absolutely certain that Jeffrey was haunted. Afraid it might happen again or something worse may occur, he decides to move Jeffrey into the basement.
Another update. You know, I think I'm definitely gonna be moving Jeffrey. Like, with whatever happened last night, I don't want him near me.
Just leave. You obviously can. I mean, this is obviously fake. So if you really want to make it scary, burn this mother effer to the ground. Burn him up. Take a torch to his face. Melt his face. Melt that bitch to the ground. Not hard. Then your problem will be solved, and you can go make another scary movie.
I'm gonna be putting him in the basement, so I'm gonna follow up. This is the results so far. I'm gonna leave him here for now, but I think
I played enough Phasmophobia to know there's a Ouija board around there somewhere.
camera here. Jeffrey's still here, so we're
Camera's gonna
see
pan away
if
and
there's
he's gonna be
anything
gone.
else.
We story
Now,
in real
unlike
life.
before, Jacob will keep an eye on Jeffrey by placing a security camera in front of him. If anything happens, he'll be notified immediately via a notification sent by the camera. Fast forward to a few nights later, and he's notified of movement inside the basement. He checks the camera's live feed and sees that the camera is moving side to side. Now, this didn't alarm him, as he forgot that the heater on which the camera was placed on top has a timer that turns it on and makes it oscillate. The heater had simply turned on during this time. But as he continues to watch, something happens that terrifies him to his core.
Does he turn
Watch.
his head? See, out of view, out of view, out of view. Watch the head be turned again. Okay, I could be wrong. Boy. Okay, that could have just fell off the legs it was propped up. Oh, you better get the fuck out of that house right now. And you better burn that bitch to the ground. You better bring a church in, say a seance, and bring some crosses. I swear to God, dude, the power of Christ compels you in that motherfucker.
As the camera oscillates from side to side,
So
the clown's
now I
arm
take back what I
eerily
said.
moves
I
on
have
its
no clue
own.
if this shit's fake or not.
Seconds later, the light bulb blows out in a loud explosion, making the basement completely dark.
I mean, it all very well could
Following
be
that,
set up.
a strange voice is heard whispering something that's hard to make out. Not much else happens after this, but everything that happened before was enough for Jacob to decide that Jeffrey should remain locked up in the basement. Jeffrey continues to be recorded in case he moves again. For now, no further updates have been posted by Jacob, but until
burning. I can't stress this enough. If that really is where your source is coming from, you burn this bitch. Burn him multiple times. Whatever you got to do. Throw some salt. Say a seance. The power of Christ compels you, motherfucker. Just, yeah, like, or leave. Leave the house. Leave this in here for the next people. It'd be their problem, not yours. I mean, there's multiple things about this and just not adding up. Just the fact that when he was upstairs, when he had him locked in the room, he went and heard all the banging and stuff and all that. And then he opened the door, and when it turned his head, it was dead silence. He didn't scream. He didn't react. I mean, the camera was still. Like, he didn't say nothing about the door. There's too many variables. And that light bulb that blew very well could have been, you know, set up previously. I don't know. This one's just got too many variables to really, you know, pick a side for. I don't know.
then, this video remains a mystery.
That Look at this. No reaction of any kind at all.
This next video comes from a man whose entire home is filled with Bibles and other religious artifacts that he worships on the daily. If he's not praying, then he's most likely sitting at his piano playing a song with verses from the Bible. Pretty much everything he has or does in this apartment is based on something religious. Now you might be thinking that this man is simply devoted to his religion. While that's partly true, the main reason as to why he prays a lot has to do with something completely different. As it turns out, this man has been experiencing strange happenings in his home. Ever since visiting his father's gravesite at the cemetery, he can't shake the feeling that something has followed him home. Whatever it might be, he's deeply afraid of it. For this reason, he's been praying and singing religious songs more so than usual as an attempt to get rid of the evil entity that now lives in his home. One day, while taking a nap, he wakes up to a loud noise in the living room. He grabs his phone and records this.
Bueno, estoy grabando este video porque estoy tratando de dormir, pero acabo de escuchar un golpe duro por allá en la sala, entonces decidí grabar porque hace días que se viene presentando cosas extrañas en el apartamento. Son las
4:15 a.m. Okay.
4:13 minutos de la tarde, entonces me parece muy extraño que hasta ahora
The lights on in the living room. That's
están sucediendo como cosas raras. Entonces, comedor. Miren, es en el comedor. Tengo las ventanas cerradas, miren.
Yeah, I don't know, Chief.
Esto viene sucediendo hace como
Is your
una
wind
semana
chime
ya.
moving? No.
Pues la verdad se me hace muy extraño. Se me hace muy extraño que estén pasando cosas así.
Feeling slightly unnerved, the man sees a set of eating utensils swaying side to side as though a strong breeze had passed by. But as the man points out, all windows are closed shut.
I don't know about this
Naturally,
one.
he was stricken with fear, but not as much as the next incident, as what happens then leaves him terribly shaken up. A few days after this occurrence, the man uploads a video in which he appears to be deeply distressed. Watch.
Let's see. Okay, looks like he's just laying there. Yep. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when Twitch streamers or streamers in general do their like sleep streams and stuff, and you could pay to disturb them. This is what this reminds me of. The guy can't sleep because it keeps making noise. You know, all your problems will go away if you just teach him how to play piano. You just teach him a few notes, he might be all right. Hell, they might even put you to sleep. Minnie Mouse. Dude, Minnie Mouse comes jumping at me. I'm done. I be done.
En el nombre de Jesús te ordeno que te vayas.
Nah, see, you don't command to leave. You say the power of Christ compels you, baby. I know you got a cross in the book around there.
En el nombre de Jesús ordeno que te vayas.
I was trying to look for a key being pressed, but I didn't even see a key being pressed.
No tienes derecho de estar aquí. Ordeno que te vas.
You usually leave all his lights on. Oh, it's daytime.
Ordeno que te vas en el nombre de Jesús.
Again, everybody breathing out their mouths like, you know, it's like, why though? Why? Wow. Now you run. Smart. Either that's real.
Appearing to be fed up
Or
with the
somebody
supposed
in a
spirit,
full-on
the man
green
tells the
screen
spirit
suit.
to leave at once. But after having done
But-
so, a piano key is seemingly pressed by an unseen force.
Either way,
The man quickly
hauling
rushes
ass.
out of the room in a panic frenzy. It was now clear to him that something was provoking him. But as if that wasn't obvious enough, 4 days later, this happens.
What the hell?
It's 3 in the morning when the man and his girlfriend, who was staying the night, wake up to strange noises. What happens next leaves them highly unsettled. Take a look.
Bueno, voy a grabar este video porque nuevamente
Man.
están escuchando en el apartamento ruidos. Son las 3 de la mañana con 16 minutos y...
Escucha, escucha, escucha.
Sí, amor, sí, se escucha. Es en la sala.
Sí. Escucha, escucha.
Esta vez no estoy solo, esta vez estoy con mi novia que por fin decidió
I'm listening.
venir a acompañarme, pues
Come
estaba
on,
asustada
I'm
de todas
listening.
las cosas que están pasando. ¿Dónde es eso, amor?
La cocina.
Okay, that was glass breaking.
¿Qué fue eso?
¿Se cayó?
Yo voy a mirar. ¿Qué es aquí, amor? ¿Qué es aquí?
No,
I'm not.
Amor,
Dude,
¿qué
I'm
es
not
aquí?
too sure about this one now. This one's
no, yo.
this might be
Prende la luz,
legit.
prende la luz. Se ve todo tranquilo por acá. En el nombre de Jesús, manifiéstate.
Why would you ask it to reveal itself?
Parece que es en la cocina. En el nombre de Jesús, manifiéstate.
Waiting on the big spook. Now that poster's creepy.
¿Qué fue eso? ¿Estás viendo, amor? ¿Estás viendo? Es en la cocina, amor. Cuidado con la cocina. Manifiéstate en el nombre de Jesús. Te ordeno que te manifiestes. ¿Qué fue lo que sonó así ahorita, amor?
Yeah, you heard it break the glass, but you haven't found the glass yet. That's the problem. Stupid poster scared me, damn it. There's a glass.
Mierda.
Out of the cap.
Mira, amor, mira. ¿Ves que no me tiras, amor? Es un vaso.
So we have the cup here. We have the doors open there. Did it come out of the cabinet down there? Or did it fall off a shelf or like, you know, get thrown off the counter up there? Because if it come out of the doors there, this ain't making sense.
Es un vaso. Mira, todos los cajones están abiertos.
Oh, all the drawers. I didn't see that. All of them are open. Okay.
¿Qué es lo que pasa aquí, Dios mío?
Dude, it's amazing to me how nobody's freaking out. Like, they seem to be
Strangely,
kind of
the
scared,
wind
but
chimes
nobody's
move on
freaking
their
the hell
own,
out.
And the kitchen appears to be ransacked. Yet according to the man, no signs of forced entry were seen anywhere in the house. Further adding to the strangeness, the man says that his girlfriend felt very ill only minutes after this incident. Whether or not this had something to do with her sudden illness is unknown. But considering
I mean,
what
very well
happened only
could've.
days later, the man can't help but think that the spirit was responsible for this. It's late at night, and the man is once again woken up by mysterious noises. when this is captured.
Oh, never mind. I get scared of the dumbest stuff, y'all. I get that right there, that air filter or whatever scared the crap out of me. Okay. I'm not hearing anything this time. Everything seems okay. Dude, I swear to God, if I get jump scared. Ah! Get the hell out now. Why in the hell are you how'd you not? Nobody's
Without
screaming.
warning, the
or
sound
nothing.
of footsteps charging at full throttle can be heard heading towards the man before being attacked by an unseen presence. Scared stiff, the man stands in silence while trying to process what just happened. He then picks up his phone and ends the video here. Although undoubtedly strange, viewers find it stranger that the man doesn't turn on the lights in most of these incidents. But the reason for this, according to him, is that the lights for most of the rooms are located at the main entrance, which he stays away from as he's too scared to approach. Whether ghost or not, the man continues to pray
Yeah,
and read passages
say,
from
I
the
don't-
Bible in the hopes that doing so
Scared the
will
crap
get
out
rid
of
of
me.
the
I'm not gonna
strange
lie, I wasn't
presence
expecting that,
haunts
but
him.
I don't know. That one's iffy. You know, that's iffy. I have a lot
In
of questions.
early
too.
January of 2023, a woman named Nancy Malkin had a very strange encounter with something in her child's bedroom. Nancy says that the reason she had went up to her son's bedroom in the first place was because she saw something quite unusual on the security camera that's placed in his room. She had woken up from a nap before looking over at the camera's live feed and seeing a strange orb flying around her son's toys. It
That's
would
a
seem
ghost
to
orb.
zip around in a strange way and react to objects it touched as though it had a mind of its own. Now, Nancy had been looking at this orb for quite some time. More than 5 minutes have passed since initially spotting the mysterious orb, and still, it continued to float around in the same spot. Now, curious as to what exactly
that an
was being
orb,
caught
or
on
is that
camera,
actual
she
light?
walks over to her son's room,
They
but
saw it with a
strangely
light.
finds nothing there. Nothing visible could be seen with her naked eye, but on camera, she could still see the ball of light floating around the same spot.
It
In this short
stops
clip,
and starts.
Nancy's
and stuff.
observing the orb via the security camera's live
It's just
feed on her
moving
phone.
It's moving
Mind
too
you,
awkwardly.
that without the phone, she can't see anything in person. While looking at the live feed, she sees the ball of light moving frenetically. Watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna call BS on that one because look, now it's going up her hand. Yeah, I'm okay. Next.
Now at one point, Nancy starts to communicate with the orb. She tells it to touch her hand when something pretty interesting happens. The orb quickly moves away from her hand as though she had scared it. Nancy decides to leave this mysterious orb alone and call it a day. The orb continues to fly around the same spot even after she goes. But only minutes later, after rechecking the camera, the orb is no longer there. It had simply vanished. Ever since recording this, the orb hasn't shown itself again. Nancy believes that this mysterious orb might have been the spirit of a child as it kept floating around her son's toys. Perhaps it just wanted to play with them, as Nancy states. But whatever.
Or you know what it could have been? Could have been old Herbert from the afterlife. You can't catch me. Come here, Chris. Come here, Chris. I got some candy.
It might have been, she claims that this mysterious orb was intelligent as it responded to everything she did. To this day, she still questions what this ball of light was doing inside her son's bedroom. There's an apartment in Poland where something very strange has been going on. The man who lives there claims that whenever he's by himself, he can't help but feel as though someone else is inside. When his
Common
roommates are
theme to all
gone
these
and he has the
today.
place to himself, weird noises happen out of nowhere. Now, what makes these occurrences extra strange is that they always seem to happen during the nighttime. Knowing when they usually occur, the man has his phone ready in hand and proceeds to record the following
Not the
video.
iPhone.
No one else is home when this is captured.
Hej, ogólnie to od jakiegoś czasu cały czas
That was a big bang.
takie dziwne hałasy.
Dog, it's flickering lights and knocking shit. You got a poltergeist. Look for fingerprints, cold temps, fingerprints, and EMF 5. I'm telling you right now, poltergeist. You need to get out. You ain't got much time. These things hunt really quick. That phasmophobia knowledge kicking in. Oh, yep, the sink's running. When it turns dirty, you need to take a picture. Gives you extra money. Is that a hole in the sink or a bug? Well, that was quick. Is it gonna shut?
Mysteriously, the bathroom faucet is left running as though someone or something had turned it on. The man shuts it off while seeming confused as to how it turned on by
Is
itself.
that, yeah, it's gotta be
He
like a
heads
hole in
back
the
to his
sink.
room when eerily the light switch, which he just turned on, is immediately turned off. It seems that whoever or whatever was on the other end of the hall had switched off the light. Now, this wouldn't be the end of it, as only a few nights later, something just as creepy happens. It's nighttime when the man recording hears banging noises outside his door. With his heart pounding in his ears, he records this.
Lights on again.
Nie, ja pierdolę.
Yep. Fuck you, dude. You were screwed. I told you it was a poltergeist. You need to get out. Need to get out. Water's on again.
Co jest, kurwa? Whoa!
Wait,
Like
what?
something straight out of a horror movie, the man peeks out from his bedroom, peering into the darkness of the hallway to see if anyone's there.
Yo, I
Finding
missed
nobody inside
something.
the bathroom, the man quickly walks back to his room, but stops in his tracks upon noticing the sudden mess in the kitchen. Appearing as though a massive earthquake had struck the place, the man runs back into his room in full terror before ending the video. What happened that night has left him
So his
shaken up.
kitchen was dirty.
It's unknown if the man continues to
So the man gets scared of his own kitchen. Didn't see anything. He was just scared of his own kitchen. You don't get scared of the actual activity going on, but you get scared of your kitchen being a mess. Something do need to get, I don't know.
live inside the apartment, as no updates
I
or
don't
new
know.
videos have been posted. But as with most videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Is something living inside this man's apartment? Or might there be an explanation for all that's happened?
That just freaking out over her kitchen being dirty.
In this next video, two friends are hosting a live stream when something pretty spooky is captured live. Now, the two boys in this video often do live streams while playing video games
No,
late at night.
Xbox arcade.
It just so
Xbox
happens
controller
that
is
this
old.
particular incident took place during an all-nighter, where around 5 in the morning, a strange noise is heard in the kitchen. The two usually play in the living room, so the noise was close by when it happened. The boys thought it was a family member who was grabbing a morning snack, so they shrugged it off and didn't think much of it. But later on, something happens that grabs their full attention and prompts them to end the live stream immediately. While playing in the dark, this happens.
The door opened by itself. Is that the fridge?
Oh, hijo, dale. Cierra la bola, no la bola. Dale.
Okay. Anything else gonna happen?
Exacto, era. Iba a ser más imbécil. Las 5 ya son. Las 5 ya son.
Wait, there's never. Okay. Now we picking up business. Business is definitely picking
At
up.
first, the fridge door seemingly opens on its own, as though someone had gone over to grab a snack. At least that's what the two boys thought, considering that one of them has a brother who wakes up around this time to cook something up. Thinking that he left the fridge door open by accident, one of them gets up to close it. But as they walk back, this happens. A chair swiftly moves on its own by more than a few inches, causing both friends to freeze in their tracks. It was at this point that they both knew that something unexplainable had occurred. Something supernatural. Viewers believe so too. But, as always, I'll let you be the judge on that.
Fishing
Had
line on
something
the
paranormal
fishing
occurred?
line on the leg,
Or
maybe?
had something else happened here?
We never got a good shot of the kitchen, so. All right, you guys, that's going to be another video. Like I say, I'm hoping to have more scary stuff here within the next week or so. I've been really busy with life in general, so I haven't been able to put out what I promised, and I'm really sorry for that. And I promise I'm going to do my best to get business picked up because we ain't got long for Halloween. So you can just work with me on that. I'd greatly appreciate it. And as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Peace.